coming up on the Back Row Fantasy Show now.
Welcome to the Back Row Fantasy Show with your hosts, Jeremy Barker, Aaron Arms, and Neil Crabtree.
Good evening.
My God, you have a way with words.
And welcome to the Back Row Fantasy
It
Show.
was just week 4, and then last week was just the week before. Fourth, there's 3.
Yeah.
Great job, Barker.
Some people probably would like to have it spelled out. I think those are my people.
No, our listeners are smart. See,
Well, there's got to be a
you're
couple
you're
of me's
patronizing
out there.
Okay, whatever.
Has to be.
Well, they're too smart to listen to the show.
I mean, you're trying to be radio honest. Like, all of our listeners are smart. I'm trying to be realistic. Like a couple of you
listen,
motherfuckers are dumb.
4 to 15 of you guys are idiots. So
Yeah.
you know. And if you get offended by that,
Let's call it 2 out of 15. There's 1 out of 4 in here.
I said 4 to 15.
I
I don't know, just very
know.
arbitrary numbers.
A little lower than 4.
So it's literally
We'll lose 4 out of 15 of our listeners.
A quarter of our listeners
2.
are damn near all of them. You know what I mean?
We can lose 2 and still survive.
Gotcha.
Still make the bucks and get stuff from Manscaped.
Oh, what about it?
Well, Manscaped has decided to sponsor the show, and we don't have anything to talk about as far as the product goes. It's on its way, but we're going to get some nice ball trimmers,
Nice.
some a T-shirt, and 2 kind of balms that I imagine are for the balls.
Exciting times.
All
Right. So we'll give you an update on how this product worked, and if you want 20% off, BRFS promo code on Manscaped,
As in Back Row Fantasy Show.
as in shave your balls.
Yeah,
Talk about needing it spelled out. Jesus, Arms.
it's
Hey,
it could be like ball razor for softness.
They're not beating around the bush, right?
Right.
Yeah. See what you did there.
By the way, we've got Lambert in the studio as well. You can't see him; he's not on the stream, but he's here.
He makes us look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we figured out a thing with Lambert. So Neil likes multiple football teams, so we give Neil quite a bit of crap over that.
Tons of shit.
We just realized that Lambert is the college Neil because he always wears multiple colleges on his body, like Tennessee Vols on the hoodie. What is that? Buffalo?
No. That's apparently the
the Oakland
A's,
Athletics.
which
I do have a Yukon hat in the car if you want me to get it.
apparently the A's mascot is an elephant.
Yeah, I thought that was a college.
Wasn't
hat. I was
sure.
like, is that Michigan State or the Michigan Community College?
It could have been Baylor
Buffaloes?
Bears, too.
Maybe.
Wasn't sure how athletic that was supposed to be, but and Neil brings up, he's like, well, did you say an offensive defensive line? I'm like, Gilbert Brown was not an athlete. He was just a large man. Tony Saragusa, no one's confusing him with an athlete. Now, they're a different breed these days, I will say
And my
that.
favorite Patriot of all time is Vince Wilfork. And
Just a steer of a man. You know what I mean? I'm just going to jump in here and not move. Okay, great job. Great job. But who was the guy who ripped off Albert Hainsworth? He
Yeah.
ripped off the Redskins or the Washington football team. I
oh,
guess.
it was the Skins at the time.
Yeah, it ripped them off for like stupid money. Like greatest payday in the history of defensive linemen, I believe. So, yeah, so we've got the NBA Finals going on. LeBron probably going to coast a 4-game sweep against, I don't know, half of the Heat.
I don't.
It'd be X and 1.
Like,
They got to lose 1.
I mean,
I think maybe.
and by the way, does Jimmy Butler not look like Jamie Foxx playing Jimmy Butler? Has anybody
Yeah, a
else
little
noticed
bit.
this?
A little bit.
It's like his memes going around with Ja Rule's kid graduating. The
Look
Ja
more
Rule-
like Ja Rule than Ja Rule.
Ja Rule, baby.
That's actually also true. But I keep seeing, I'm like, God, Jimmy Butler looks just like somebody, and who is it? I'm like, it's Jamie Foxx. Like, God, he's just tall Jamie Foxx.
Maybe Jamie Foxx will play him later on down the line.
Yeah, he's 5'10". Jimmy Butler's 6'5", probably.
Yeah.
I bet it'd be very convincing. You're just gonna have to hire midgets to play with him.
That's all right. The stream makes you look tall.
That is true. That
Thought
is,
you weren't going to look at me.
Yeah, well,
He lied.
You got side-eyed right there.
that is true though.
It's my tall chair. It's my tall chair. So, I mean, seriously, does the Heat have a chance?
No,
Not
no,
the
no,
injuries
no.
and stuff. No, Ain't gonna
No,
happen.
and none of those guys are coming back over the course of the next couple games, right?
No, I haven't followed it
Yeah.
that close. But when you're
They
in
were
if you're in a
significant.
2-0 hole or 0-2 hole, whatever, however you want to say it, that's dire circumstances, especially with the team that has LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
I mean, not counting the other quality guys they have.
I'm over it at this point. I don't have a dog in the race.
Yeah, I mean, I want the Lakers to win just because I want LeBron to have another ring, which is hard for me to admit because I hated the Lakers before.
Same.
Before LeBron was there, hated them. But what that meme that's out, that is specifically for me. Like, you were rooting for the Heat a couple years ago, and now you're rooting. I can't remember.
Yeah,
what
but
the
see,
team said, but it was.
see, that's okay for everybody else. You know what I mean? They like all the different teams, but I can't do it.
What are you talking
Well,
about?
it's the NBA, so it
Now
doesn't
Lambert
matter.
can't do it either, so you're not alone.
Yeah,
College Neil.
To be fair, the NBA is a fairly individualistic sport compared to football. You could be a great running back and still never make playoffs, Barry Sanders. You could be a great quarterback and still never win a Super Bowl, Dan Marino,
I don't know.
Jim Kelly. There's options are out there.
But
if you're a great NBA player, like transcendently good, you're probably going to eventually get a title.
I'm saying it's just the things I notice from my end. The people that I might say
I
things.
understand you
that
have
the people.
you're
the people.
soft and you have hurt feelings. Got it.
The people that like Connor, Tiger, say the best UFC guy at the time, then all this stuff.
Are you seriously bitching about somebody liking a freaking golfer?
I'm
It
saying
is an individual sport,
I'm
Neil.
just saying-
No, you bandwagon piece of shit. You like Connor or freaking Tiger Woods.
I'm just saying people like the best things, which are front runners, right?
Welcome to Neil shares
Yeah.
his feelings
Yeah.
on Fox.
Okay.
Listen, Tiger just hit the scene hard and was doing things nobody else could
Multiple scenes.
do. Apparently hundreds of scenes really hard.
Not just the golf scene.
Quite
he was-
frequently.
He was hitting some scenes hard, son.
But the one thing about LeBron though, I've not watched a playoff game. I feel like this is the difference
either.
between him and Jordan though. I didn't
Haven't either.
miss
I watched
a
plenty of
Jordan
it this
playoff
year.
game. Well, you're a actual basketball fan.
Yeah.
You like the Rockets and they were in it.
We're talking about a quarantine weird ass year where the NBA like stops and then comes back, and now when the championship's over, it's gonna be draft time.
Yeah,
and they
but I
got to
didn't-
move draft time.
Now, as a fan,
Nuts. I don't watch it either because it's just this year's been too
as a
nuts.
LeBron fan, like I didn't miss a Heat playoff game. I didn't miss a Cavaliers playoff game. But I'm not watching the Lakers. I don't know why. I mean, I'm just. It probably is COVID related, but I'm just disinterested compared to what I
Well,
normally would be.
the whole Lakers thing does suck.
Yeah.
Like I could get behind the Heat. I could get behind the Cavs, of course I could get behind, but if LeBron would have went to, the Nets, I'd be like, Nets fan. If he went to the Warriors, I'd be like, fuck LeBron.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's like the
only
exception.
one. That's the only place.
Like any player in the league goes to New England, I'm like, nope, fuck him.
yeah.
See, hear about the Julio Jones rumors to New England?
Shut up. That'd just be waste.
The what?
Julio Jones to New England. I've not heard that.
There's been a few places mention it. It's like,
Fucking Russell Gage. Look what you doing.
Yeah, we don't need Julio Jones.
He's hurt.
It's not like he's playing anyway.
Valid.
admittedly, he's like questionable
Or
too.
Gage.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. They're going to be rolling out.
Oh, what's his? How do you say it?
Z-
Zacchaeus or
Yeah.
something like that?
Zacchaeus.
I thought it said boo 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 boo. That's all I know.
I definitely couldn't understand who he was, but we'll have to look at the Falcons depth chart.
So speaking of players you never heard of, how about like every receiver for the Jets last night? who is Jeff Smith?
One of them made the news that they had a hammy and they're going to be out for a few games.
No, did
Yeah, the
It
guy
made
that
the news. I never heard of the guy.
yeah, the guy about broke his leg on the turf.
Yeah.
I used to work with a guy that was in maintenance named Jeff Smith.
I think a default
him.
name.
I'd say we've all worked with a
Jeff Smith
at
caught
one point or another.
seven balls for 81 yards, and no, it's probably not the one you know, but
And everybody knows that Jeff Smith.
so it's funny. I'm like, hey,
What college is he out of?
Makes me think of Jeff from American Dad, but gets married to the Smiths and takes
Oh.
Haley's name. Fred's, yeah.
gotcha. I told Lanny, I'm like, hey, just here's DraftKings. Just pick some players. You want this one as captain? All right, just start picking players. Keep it below this budget. And then Jeff Smith catches the ball. Swear to God, she goes, "Did I have him?" I'm like, it doesn't matter. They won't target that guy. Nobody's ever heard of Jeff Smith. And he had 8 more targets for 6 more receptions and 81 yards. I'm like, oh my god.
They got to throw it to someone. They hung in there too. What the hell was that all about? I know the Broncos are like Brett Rippin. Like Brett Rippin. It might be Brent. I'm not sure.
Is it?
I think it's Brett.
I think it is Brett.
And I didn't even put the Mark Rippin thing together because I forgot Mark Rippin existed.
Yeah, it's his nephew.
And he was pretty decent. And I forgot he existed.
And you got Tim Patrick, apparently the leading receiver.
Yeah, only my sleeper until game 3 of or game 4 of 2020.
Yeah, he was my sleeper in week 2 that I said. Yeah,
I had finally given up on him this year, whereas last 2 years I've had him on my roster. I'm like, fuck Tim Patrick.
It took
I was like, fuck you, Bark.
It took 75 injuries to get him there, but
Yeah,
I mean, I looked at Tim Patrick. I'm like, I should put him as.
I was enjoying watching Josie Jewell tear it up for for the IDP.
Yeah,
he had
valid.
20 points last night. It's like, yeah,
Valid. Now that apparently he's slightly faster than a 5 flat 40 now. But
yeah. After Barker gave up on him.
yeah. Basically, here's a good rule of thumb: Barker gives up on him, they're no longer a sleeper. They're just a stud at that point.
Just give them a
Right.
year and they'll be good.
that's all they need. MVS might finally be good now that Alan Lazard is out with a core muscle injury.
Who's their second guy now?
Probably Jake Kumaro.
I'm pretty sure they dropped him.
Did they?
Yeah, but nobody signed him. They can pick him back up.
That's true.
Did no one hear Aaron Rodgers say he's like my little brother?
Yeah.
I love Jake Kumaro. And they fucking cut him. Like, was Aaron Rodgers even informed of this decision?
Well, I mean, they drafted the quarterback to replace him, so they're just trying to piss him off at this point.
Yeah. Like, oh, we're going to sign you Devin Funchess, buddy. Fucking enjoy.
You need a skill player? Got one.
Got one.
Here's Kelvin
He is
Benjamin.
skilled at the buffet.
Kelvin Benjamin and Devin Funchess. Good luck.
How badass would that be to see that, too?
There'd
just be like-
what, a 4 tight end set?
There'd just be DBs walking with 2 guys down the field.
It's like Aaron Rodgers throws to Whoopi Goldberg.
There'd be like 2 on each one just walking. They'd be talking and shit. Like, Kelvin Benjamin's like, I ain't fucking running. Running?
6'5". I ain't gonna run.
Running anywhere.
Oh my god.
Fucking
Speaking
ice
of
cream
tight
truck
ends,
goes
did you
by.
see,
Kelvin
Hakeem Butler?
Benjamin.
Akeem Butler switching to tight end.
Yeah.
For Philly.
The new Dallas Goddard.
Could be interesting though.
Could be.
I'm not a big Hakeem Butler fan.
They're hoping for a Darren Waller kind of thing.
Well, Waller's a monster of a human being.
But he was a wide receiver, first.
Yeah. But I wasn't a big fan of him. If you go way back into our rookie previews of that draft, no, I don't think any of us really loved Hakeem Butler. Actually, me and you were way down on him. Like,
Yeah, that was Roger Harder's favorite guy in the whole draft, I think.
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure it was Raj's guy. Good job, Raj. Hey, Hakeem Butler guy. Hey.
but if he converts to tight end, he's moved. If he's moved tight end, you know what? Maybe he's got a chance. I mean, they do like to throw to the tight end, and
Couldn't be in a
everyone
better
else
situation.
is freaking injured.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then, you guys are fucking horrible. Worst co-hosts ever.
My bad.
Either I'm
We do
sitting-
have a question. Should I start DJ Chark? He calls him Chark DJ. No, Chark DJ Moore. Okay.
Ah.
Or Hollywood Brown this week.
Is it just one person?
Just one person.
I'm going to go Chark.
Yeah,
Moore,
I'm a
Hollywood.
chart guy.
Isn't
You know
he
what?
Coming off injury,
Yeah. I
I don't know what his status is, but I'd probably go DJ Moore if it's me.
Yeah, but Moore's just kind of lost in space because apparently Robbie Anderson's great.
really weird so
And Mike
far.
Davis last week.
Yeah, Mike Davis. I don't even understand.
He had like 25 points last
Dude,
week.
DJ Moore was a beast last year.
yeah, but apparently it's like
Well, you've got
he's
Teddy
jujuing.
Two Gloves.
Teddy
jujuing.
Two Gloves like he's throwing short. Go long or don't go at all. All 3 of my completions today will be to you.
It's nuts, man.
Is
I like Chark. I like Chark coming back and like just being the best receiver on the field instantly, even though he's coming off.
As long as he's playing, I'd start him over the other 2.
absolutely 100%.
yeah,
Chark all the way.
Chark. Chark.
Neil says more, but
No, I said chart.
No, I said more.
oh well, Lambert said more.
if
but
Chark's status is questionable,
Yeah, if it's a game time decision, it's a little scary, but
We have a bunch
I
of
think-
those
I
this
think they
week.
play-
I think he's good though.
I think they play at the same time, don't they? Pretty sure both 1 o'clock games.
Probably, I would think. I mean,
So-
our Jack's getting a primetime game.
Not yet.
no, they play the Bengals, so it's definitely it's not
Yeah,
even going to be on TV in our area.
Battle of
It'll,
the
it'll be
Cats.
blacked out. I'll have to. You guys have to come over to watch it on the ticket.
Or the antenna. Bengals would be on the antenna, right? If we had to turn to channel 13
No,
or 3.
they
You could
haven't-
probably-
they
you
haven't
could
had a
probably get it
local
out of
game yet.
Cincinnati.
Huh?
You could probably get it out of Cincinnati.
You would think.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
98.7.
No, definitely.
The
yeah.
Lamb.
That's 96.
Best radio
96.7
station ever.
Lamb.
98.7 The
Gotcha.
Lamb. All right, so week 4. Start us off, Arms. What we got? Who we talking about? What teams are playing?
Well, I feel like we're getting to the point in the season to where we actually have some viable data. You know, 1 week's just could
Three
potentially
games is a lot.
potentially fluke. 2 games, all right, maybe you have play a good running back this week, a bad, maybe just 2 bad running backs. But some things that I'm seeing, the Chargers defense, absolute legit. They've allowed 1 touchdown to Mike Davis, and that was through the air. All right.
Yeah, nobody sees that coming. No, it doesn't matter how good your defense is. You don't see a Mike Davis touchdown
Yeah,
coming.
and not particularly not
Unless
through
it's
the air.
from the one.
So through 3 games, basically, there's about 300 yards of total production from all running backs that they've won against. So for me, this is a week that I'm sitting both Tampa running backs.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah,
I would too.
I'm thinking less than a combined 100 yards from, receiving, rushing from both of them combined.
Unless you have to start him, obviously. But if you have a choice, I wouldn't play
Yeah,
him.
if you've got an option, I definitely would avoid him.
Well, they're talking about Fournette being out
Yeah.
and Vaughn taking his place. So
So even worse.
the first, the rookie's debut, you're not
Let's go,
gonna
Keyshawn
start
Vaughn.
him.
I think I have like 1 share. That's it.
I'd love to see him ball out, though.
You know he's going to get his chance at some point. I mean, Leonard
You would hope
Fournette
so.
is not. He's not the long-term thing. Ronald Jones apparently isn't the long-term thing. So Keyshawn Vaughn's going to get his shot. Probably in 2021, halfway through, something like that.
I mean, everyone's apparently going to be fresh all freaking season there. They're getting 12 to 8, 12 carries for the high-end guy in that offense. So
I think Reginald, our boy Reginald over at the Back Row Raiders show, is upset that we did not include Ronald Jones as a running back from that game that we liked. Nope.
No, I just said either one of them I'm sitting.
I know. I think he's
Yeah,
saying
you
that
think-
we should start him.
Oh,
Like-
listen, opportunity, I understand, but this is a bad matchup. Just a bad matchup all around for him.
Listen, Ronald Jones is so unpredictable.
Yep.
I was gonna say, is it
so unpredictable?
is it bad that I'm never excited about him? I really don't ever think
He's-
about him.
He's never he's had a 2-touchdown game once or twice, but he's never had a holy shit. Did you see what Ronald Jones did last week?
I feel like his
never happened.
I think he's had a couple 100-yard games and a couple 2-touchdown games in his whole career, but it was
it's-
never at the same
it's
time.
It's like an Adrian Peterson 100-yard rushing game and an Austin Eckler off week passing.
Yeah.
week catching the ball. He never pops off the page.
Yeah.
It's like, hell yeah, glad I had Ronald Jones in my lineup this week. That doesn't happen.
I have him on the bench in several leagues, and it's not that I have studs in front of him. It might be a flex. It's just like I don't trust him. So
Can't.
And I mean, if Fournette's
you
playing,
can
and I
you
don't
can
know
do
Fournette's
worse.
status right now,
You could do worse.
but if Fournette is playing, it's just too risky. I mean, he's going to get 8 carries. What's he going to do with him? You don't know.
Yeah.
And what's he getting? 4 targets a game, catching 2. It's not like he's this amazing asset in the receiving game.
He's a nice bye weekend.
So, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But so is anyone who can get the damn football 5 times.
So on the Chargers side, who we like him besides Eckler? Of course, you like Henry, right?
No,
I do.
Yeah, I'm okay with Henry. I mean, that's about it.
I mean,
When is Mike Williams going to do something?
I thought this would be his year.
Me too, man.
Well, I
Like,
say that every year.
this is it, buddy. What is it? Is this 4th year breakout for him, or is he actually on 3rd? I think this is 4th.
I don't know.
It's like his Devontae Parker chance right here, and he's blowing it.
He is a stud for my boys and all, but like he hurt his back, and after that, it's been over.
so I feel, and maybe I'm going to be wrong on this. You're saying Hunter, but Hunter Henry, I'm just not a fan. I want to say that Tampa Bay is exceptional against tight end. I mean, last year I want to say they only had like 2-3 on the whole season receiving touchdowns to the tight end.
I just trust his production. The reason I like him.
I mean,
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with him. I mean, his floors seem safe right now. I don't expect him to blow up. I expect him to have a very Ronald Jones-like game.
It is year 4.
Yeah. I feel there's other options that are going to be more viable. If you have Hunter Henry, your backup's
The way I look
probably
at it-
just as good.
I mean, I'm happy with the 10-point game of a tight end, so I'm sure he's gonna get me that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm trying. My computer's almost dead, so I'm sitting here trying to look this shit up on my phone now. Frustrating. Go ahead. Move on.
Give me a game.
We got the Colts and Bears.
Got a new setup, so I apologize for that. I'm used to having something in front of me, but this is kind of the monitor. So
Who we liking from the Colts?
Their
I mean,
defense.
definitely
All
the
their
defense.
is
Jesus
amazing.
And I
Christ.
still think Jonathan Taylor's going to be just fine. Like a pretty solid start, actually.
I honestly think Bears are gonna pick them apart this game.
I think shut down every Bear.
Yeah, especially Nick Foles.
I'm literally not playing
Nah.
a single Bear this week.
I think Bears win this game.
I think you're high.
Yeah,
This game has the lowest
I don't think the
over-under.
Bears win this.
this week. It has the lowest over/under.
Colts are kind of. I feel like Colts are getting ready to hit a little stride.
I don't know if they're ever going to be good, but their defense is.
I mean, their O line's still good. but-
Yeah. You know, feed the back and win the game. I mean,
Cohen's on IR too.
Yeah, Cohen's on
Yeah,
IR.
so
I think
that's-
Michael Pittman's out for a while too.
You're-
I mean, he didn't do much yet, but he was
I mean,
playing.
if you're a Colts receiver, you have to be on IR at least some point.
Yeah, it's a rule.
The Bears
Absolutely
are giving
rules.
Montgomery the full load.
Yeah, I think Zach Pascal could be a nice sneaky.
Yeah, I always like my Pascal. Yeah.
Be a nice sneaky
Mo Alley
sleeper play this
Cox.
week. Mo Alley Cox too. He's
no.
What?
I'm trying to look it up. The Colts have allowed something stupid like 13 yards a game to the tight end.
It's a good
I'm
thing
sorry,
he plays
backwards.
for 'em.
Sorry, I was thinking. My bad.
I was about to
Thinking
say, I thought
Colts.
the
My
Bucs
bad. My
gave it
bad.
up to
My
every tight end.
immediately.
You're thinking.
Hey,
I'm
sit
thinking the
Jimmy
game
Graham.
in general. My bad.
The Colts are going to stop Philip Rivers. Okay.
Yeah, shut your whore mouth.
They're
Damn,
definitely
I'm
gonna
sitting
stop
here
Foles.
thinking of something else as I'm looking for something. Leave me alone.
I've got a stat for you, Arms.
God damn it. What?
The Colts have only allowed 26 total fantasy points for opposing QBs.
Hot damn!
Total. Through 3 weeks.
That's crazy.
26 points.
Who the hell did they play?
They played Jags and they played Vikings. Who's the other one?
Kirk Cousins has been. What are the Vikings going to do? They're shit.
Oh my God, they're so bad.
They're shit.
They're so bad.
Like what's going to happen there?
They have an extra pick this year, don't they?
Fucking
Because of
bottom
Diggs?
feeders, man.
I
They're the
hope.
Miami Dolphins of 2020.
Hey, to be fair though,
To be fair.
the Bears have only allowed 127 receiving yards to the tight end so far, but I don't know who they played off the top of my head. So I'm sitting, dude. I had Mo Alley Cox shut down for some reason. I want to say it was a receiver or excuse me linebacker matchup, but I don't remember. I didn't write it down. I'm like, fuck, I'm not playing Mo Alley Cox. Fuck no.
So you don't like anybody from the Bears at all?
No,
Nobody?
literally nobody.
Yeah, man, I'm not feeling it. Nick Foles is the answer when he replaces the quarterback midway through the game. He's not the answer when he starts the game, unless it's the Super Bowl.
No doubt.
I mean, do you expect Nick Foles to have a good week? Last week, hero. I need a hero. Nick Foles like
Big
3
Richard.
touchdowns. He's not gonna come out and be like. He's got to have Mitchell Trubisky play at least a quarter for him to be good. They need to use a 2-back system,
Yeah.
2 QBs.
Guys, right? And I think you have to.
Absolutely.
And-
I think-
unless you have like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and
Josh
Aaron-
Allen at this point.
Yeah, Josh Allen. Josh Allen's killing it, and maybe Aaron Rodgers.
Russell.
Russell Wilson, yeah.
So if you have like,
A top 5 quarterback.
right.
But other than that, I mean, dude, he's being productive. I think interesting stat I seen the other day, and I don't have it in front of me once again. T. Higgins outsnapped and was out targeted Tyler Boyd and AJ Green. Mm-hmm. So the ascension is coming, guys. I actually have him. His cost is like $4,500 on DraftKings. So I believe the ascension for T. Higgins is near. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he's going to be, a 175, yard kind of guy every week or anything crazy like that. But if he's 100 with 8 receptions and a touchdown,
He had 9 targets last week.
It boils down to this. Neil, good job sticking with your boy because it's working out.
Right.
And we didn't think it would. But
It's only 1 week since you guys bashed
yeah,
me.
it is only 1 week. But we're talking about a rookie playing on a team with honestly good receivers on paper, at least. AJ Green, we thought was good. He's not that good, but T. Higgins playing better than AJ Green.
did I bash T. Higgins last week?
No, we guys.
We just don't love. We didn't love him. We liked him as a sleeper play, but
I was more upset about the previous week whenever he's wide open in the corner of the end zone. They didn't target
No,
him.
you guys didn't really make fun of him. Just made fun of where I drafted him.
yeah. Like he drafted him high, but if he's going to do this, you didn't. There you go. Neil wins.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. But I mean, Auden Tate was really good at times last year. Tyler Boyd's pretty good week in, week out. AJ Green is there too, but yet T. Higgins getting playing time and making it count.
Yeah, I love
It's
it.
pretty impressive.
Athletically, I think he is the best of the group. You know what I mean? I mean, whenever they believe enough in him to sit a healthy John Ross, like
Yeah,
he's
that's John
inactive.
Ross,
John Ross, the fastest man in the NFL. That guy.
the guy who can't catch a ball. Why do you want him playing receiver?
What through week 3 last year?
Is this a track meet?
through week 3 last
Is
year?
it
He was
the
like
Bengals
the number 3
versus
receiver.
the Jaguars and the 4x4?
Could be,
Cincinnati Raiders.
could be.
Cincinnati.
John Ross versus DJ Chark. Ross blows him away.
It's intangibles he provides,
in
obviously.
pads or in underwear.
The thing is, the Bengals actually have a lot of hot starts anyway, especially against Jacksonville.
What'd you do, buddy?
I don't know.
What'd you do,
I think
buddy?
I broke something.
You son of a bitch.
So
Sorry to interrupt.
I'm the worst.
So you're firing up the top 2 Bengal receivers, obviously, right? Are you happy?
I mean, if I have Tyler Boyd and I have to play him, yeah.
You have to play him. I'm happy to play Boyd if I have him.
I'm not
absolutely.
paying for Boyd on DraftKings.
That's a safe play week in, week out.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like Tyler
looking
Boyd
for a
is
good
just that.
floor?
Yeah, it's a good floor.
Yep.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying I'm not paying for him on DraftKings. I'd rather have.
No, we know that. We're not arguing that.
I
We're
will
just giving
say,
our take on him.
If the cost was the same, I'd rather have T. Higgins.
Oh, what about Mixon's cost?
Yeah. T.
Oh
Higgins
my
is-
God.
He's got to have that game, right?
Well-
no, he won't get good until after week 9.
Well,
Lambert knows this.
It's every year.
He's been a Mixon. He's had Mixon on his team for what, since he was a rookie.
Yeah, pretty much.
so
Yep.
literally, he takes like the first 4 games off, starts to be okay for a few games.
He eases himself into it.
But you can't trust him through week like 7 and 8 because, I know he looked all right and then he blows up. You're like, give it another week. He blows up. So you miss 2 weeks with him and then you have to start him after that.
Yep.
And oh, by the way, you've already lost 8 games.
And it's usually when you sit him, he just blows up.
Yeah.
Like you didn't trust me.
Accurate, man.
Right.
Just accurate.
Speaking of sitting, I'd sit Tyler Eifert from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I know he's had a couple good games.
Yeah,
but,
DJ Shark's back.
Go Cole,
right,
buddy,
well,
Cole.
you've got
Chris Conley won't
Robinson,
have 2
Keelan Cole,
awful games in a row, right?
Chenault.
Conley's usually good per snap.
Yeah, but
Is it bad that I'm actually excited to watch this game?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, really,
I'm just kidding. I look forward to it.
because the skill position wise, I want to watch more Chenault. That should be fun. I'm sure
Chenault's
Robinson's
good.
going to run all over the Bengals because Bengals can't tackle anybody.
Robinson is, let's see, Cincinnati allows 155 rushing
They
yards
can't
a game.
tackle.
Yeah.
Minshew versus Burrow is intriguing too because
One-
it's like too young.
The good receiving core here, I like what I've watched out of Cole so far. And of course, Chenault, I love Chenault
I
right
love
now.
Chenault. The
we all know
Bengals have
Chark's good.
like the second or third worst rushing attack.
Like I
in the
said, 'cause
league.
they really don't tackle.
Yeah. Well, to be fair in this, they're usually behind, and the other team has a lot of opportunities to rush. You know what I mean? I mean, it just is what it is. Well, their defense looks slow and inept.
All they need right now is like for Maluga to come back and try to cover pass, which he can never do.
Well, no, God, he's slow.
Get Burfict back.
Nobody's perfect.
But in this game, though, there's actually surprisingly a lot of good targets for fantasy.
I love.
It was like
I love the
four
Robinson play.
on four on each side. Minshew probably has over 300 yards this game too, for all we know.
Well, one thing.
He needs a bounce back.
Yeah.
One little thing though.
And Bengals will give him that too.
Cincinnati's
Yeah.
deceptively good against the pass for running backs.
For running backs, yes.
39 total yards allowed with playing Kareem Hunt so far. They played Austin Eckler. Who the hell did they play last week? That was the Browns they played last week, wasn't it?
Eagles.
Eagles. And Miles Sanders. So these are three studs, and there's been 39 receiving yards to the running back. 13 yards a game
It
against
just
those
wasn't.
guys.
It just wasn't in the game plan.
Well, it doesn't have to be in the
Well,
game
when you
plan
can
if you're
run
ahead.
all over them, you don't need to toss it. To
I
'em.
understand that. I get where you're coming from, but I guess my thought is expect the running back to run like Adrian Peterson, just not add any receptions to it. Like even these three guys. I mean, if I told you in a PPR league you can have Hunt, Eckler, and Miles Sanders, you're pretty confident about your running back
Oh,
stable.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And the Bengals are shutting that down, but probably based on the fact that they're getting ran all over. I guess that extra 50 yards on the ground, you don't need the receptions.
Why gamble and pass the ball when you're ahead?
No doubt.
It's valid, very valid.
Yeah. Speaking of like big targets next week, we have Browns and Cowboys next week, which is a lot of good fantasy targets in that one as well.
Man,
I think the Browns the running back stables was going to have like 180 combined yards or something.
well, I think that's like their average, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're going to easily have that. Well, and Baker's probably have like 2 picks or something.
So Gallup showed up finally, right?
Well, like I say, he's been showing up, but it just keeps getting called back.
I just want to say I was so happy that happened because J.J. Milliken asked us on our Twitter if you were going to take 2 wide receivers in this Cowboys-Seahawks game, who would you take? And I said Michael Gallup and DK Metcalf. Now, I wish I would have said Lockett because Lockett went
Yeah,
crazy.
Lockett.
Yeah, but DK's the premier guy there.
Lockett's been insane
Man,
this year.
I mean, they're just both good.
Okay, DK's I think
I'm
lowest
so
game
wrong
is
about
like
all my Lockett hate.
I know, but DK's literally every game is like 93 plus yards and a touchdown so far. That's all 3 games.
Yeah, he's nice and consistent, but I mean, it's like I would have.
But
to
that's his
flip
floor, though.
I
That's
know.
what we're saying. His floor is basically right now 1,600-yard receiver, 16 touchdowns.
Tyler Lockett's ceiling is higher on touchdowns.
Yeah, I've been
I
happy.
disagree.
I've been happy about having Lockett and Ridley on my team right now.
I'm very pissed off about having Gallup all the seasons. I finally sat him, by the way, and it bit me in the ass.
Right, you gave up on him, man. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
you got to let it ride. Like, let it ride. Like, it's like when he drafted Sammy Watkins, but he had that good game. You got to let it ride.
Yeah, and lose the rest of the season.
Kind of with Neil on it, man. How do you sit somebody that just did that?
Yeah, got to combine 270 more yards the rest of the
What
season.
decision in fantasy is harder than sitting somebody that gave you 20+ points?
Oh, it's
the week
rough.
before?
It's like, man, I know you bailed me out last week, but you need some rest after that one, buddy. You've exhausted all of your energy.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
done.
I don't want you to, get hurt or anything out there, Michael. So now,
I'd fire up CD Lamb too.
see, I don't know about that. Anyway, so my concern
I think I'd be comfy with that.
so
He's had 3 games of 5 receptions and 50+ yards.
Right, he's getting
He just
targets.
He just hasn't made it in the end zone yet. So it's going to happen eventually.
So do you think there's any worry about? I mean, who do you think Ward's going to cover? Denzel Ward.
Why wouldn't it be Amari Cooper?
Well,
Should be.
Right.
who did they play week 1? Rams.
Fuck, I don't know.
Jalen Ramsey was on Gallup the entire time. So I just wonder because if it's Cooper, awesome, right? Then I think Gallup feasts. But it depends on who draws the number 1 coverage.
No, I was talking about Lamb anyway.
Yeah, he was. Meh.
Okay.
That says something about Lamb if he got covered by him. So it ain't gonna happen though.
No, Lamb ain't covered. So.
So
And Ward is questionable too.
So are you happy of starting the Baker, the running backs, and any of the receiving
happy
core?
starting Baker? I'm never happy starting.
Okay, there you go. So are you
Yeah,
happy
too
with
scary.
the running backs?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I have a league that
Landry?
I have.
Yes.
I have one league that I have Landry and one league, or excuse me, one lineup.
Landry's a starter. You can't.
Absolutely.
Right. He's one of the ones you can't sit.
Yeah,
I feel like-
until he has a streak.
I feel like one of the two blow up though. Either Beckham this week or Landry. I think one of them is like in the end zone twice, for 100+ yards. I don't know which one. I just don't think it's both of them.
They do expect this game to be a shootout.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more the reason to think that Hunt and, just Chubb, right? Is Hunt out? I think he's fringe.
My God, there's so many
On the
injuries,
fence.
man.
I know.
This is
That's-
hard to keep track
That's all
of.
it is. We got a question while you're looking, Arms. Hey, I have a question. Double question. Would it be
It's
dumb?
questionable.
It is a questionable decision to send this question. Would it be dumb for me to trade off Todd Gurley and Chris Godwin for Amari Cooper? No.
Wait. Man,
No.
I don't know.
Amari Cooper has been strangely consistent.
I
this year.
don't think it's dumb.
Which makes me really uncomfortable.
Well, I don't know the rest of the running back core as far as where he's going to fall off. at.
roster construction is huge here.
But I mean, you must be able to handle it if you're able to move it. But if you're if you're looking to upgrade the wide receiver position, I probably would.
So you're at this point saying Amari Cooper is definitively an upgrade over Chris Godwin.
Yes, because
Yeah.
Tom Brady, it's going to be inconsistency for Godwin all season. Mike Evans, it seems he's made a concentrated effort to make sure Mike Evans gets his touches. Scotty Miller, he likes him. I just think that Godwin's going to be hit and miss all
and
season.
Gronk saw more targets last week.
Gronk did finally see some targets.
Finally.
I was upset about that.
But you can obviously afford to move if you're looking for that trade. So I mean, if you're just looking to upgrade a receiver, I probably would.
I like Amari Cooper. I just think
I feel like you
that.
could get better than Amari Cooper.
You could.
For that-
Yeah.
I mean, you
for those
should be
players.
able
I
to.
agree with Lambert, and I guess I don't see I mean, Godwin's already out. He's already ruled out.
Gurley
for-
carries that stigma.
So Godwin's ruled out apparently for the Chargers, maybe even the Bears already.
Hammy.
So if you need to win now, sure, but I think Godwin's a better long-term receiver than Amari Cooper.
It's only a matter of time before Gurley gets hurt. I don't mean to be morbid, but it's only a matter of time.
And like I
Probably
said,
the same for Cooper, but you might as well just.
it
get
all like I
Cooper.
said, it all depends on the the workings of the team, where he's wanting to go. Like it all depends on that stuff. But
Yeah.
for this, like the
And I
brass
know-
tacks of the question, I'll get Cooper.
Yeah.
I know I said he's been consistent this year. We are only 3 games in, but at some point there's going to be a receiver in Dallas that gets left out. The first 2
yeah.
games it's been Gallup.
Yep.
It could be either Lamb or Cooper every week. Somebody's going to get.
Yeah. Doesn't Cooper typically be isn't he more consistently always the last one to get left out? I mean, Cooper's
sure,
the
like,
safest
yeah.
bet amongst the 3
Yes.
so far.
Yeah. Yep.
It could be Cedric Wilson this week for all we know.
Man, like Dallas is blessed with wide receivers. Like Cedric Wilson, send that motherfucker to
Hey,
Miami right now.
Dalton Schultz.
Give me that guy.
Hey,
Give me
yeah,
both of
you-
them.
targets,
you don't
you
like
know.
Dalton Schultz, so don't say anything about
I'm
him.
just-
You don't like him.
He's a good tight end, man.
Hey, he doesn't like him.
I'm
He
not
said he
going
didn't
to
like
say that he is a good tight end. I'm just saying the kid's getting targets. Like, what the hell?
Dude, I watched that game because it was the only damn game I could get last week, and I was like, that kid's a good tight end.
Every time Schultz got targeted, I was thinking Arms the whole time. Like, yeah, Schultzy.
Yeah, I was too. I was thinking like, you Arms.
I'm glad you guys think about me whenever you're watching football.
Okay, but for the point is for the
Hard not to think about you when
for
we're
the
watching a
Cowboys.
bunch of bald bearded men fucking rub other men.
But for the Cowboys, you're happy about 5 guys here. You're Prescott, Elliott, and 3 receivers. You're happy with. You all agree? Actually, Schultz too. So probably 6 people off the team you can be happy with.
Yeah, I mean, and it's to the point in the season to where you probably have to play Schultz, even if you originally drafted a better tight end.
Right. So
It sounds like a company you buy hotel trash cans from.
Schultz.
Dalton
Dalton
Schultz.
Schultz.
Yeah,
It's-
or
it's
they
like
come
the new
and fix
Dunder
your
Mifflin.
printer when it goes down.
But
We're from Dalton Schultz. Heard you need toner.
But the Browns and Cowboys game is going to be an interesting one to watch because there is a lot of fantasy players in that one.
Over under's 56. The highest.
They're going to
this
hit it.
week. You think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Bet
Neil's
that
right
over.
on that one.
Got another question.
I think
Okay,
Dallas might hit
What's
it.
the question here?
Question time. It's not a question, but
I like
yet
questions.
just a question.
Send us questions. I
This
like
one's
them.
not questionable. Full PPR.
Okay.
Trade. Should I do this? I've up. He gives up Jonathan Taylor and Cam Newton
It's going to be hard.
for Mahomes and Chark.
You better have good running backs to give up Jonathan Taylor, but yeah.
Yeah, give me Mahomes and Chark. But your running backs.
See, I'm out. I'm out
It
on
does. It does.
Well, Lambert
Give me
literally
Taylor.
the other day said,
It's important. If you just have Ronald Jones,
But okay, devil's advocate here. Mahomes is going to give you 20 or 30 more points than another quarterback is outside of Russell Wilson.
on the season,
Most games he's going to
20, 30 more points a game.
not a game.
I don't know about that.
That's how it was.
10.
That's how it was last year, though. Like he was worth like.
15.
But this year, like with Russell Wilson throwing like 5-6 touchdowns a game, Josh Allen having like 4 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, it's like that.
Yeah, Josh Allen's apparently the greatest quarterback to ever play.
Oh, he is.
Is it single QB or super flex?
Absolutely maddening how
His
good
running
he looks
backs
this
are
year.
Mixon, and Robinson.
If that's it, I feel like you got to keep Jonathan
Oh, he's
Taylor.
got DJ and Robinson. He's got 3 running backs.
DJ.
David Johnson.
David Johnson.
Yeah.
That's an okay third running
Shoot,
back.
at that point,
Go get you some Mahomes, son.
Yeah.
which one's their third running back, Mexican or David Johnson?
I mean,
Hey, it could be Duke.
James Robinson is the star here.
It could be Duke Johnson also.
Hey, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. If I'm you, I'm trying to get James move James Robinson to with who's the receiver or the running or quarterback Cam.
yeah.
Cam.
See if you can do that. Throw a pick in.
Reginald says Patty will average 10 more a game than Cam. That's probably the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
absolute-
15
that's
points or
the-
so.
That's the
Yeah.
floor.
Absolutely
10,
right, Reginald.
12, 15 sometimes.
I just value running backs more than wide receivers.
And you should.
And that was
Which is-
David Johnson,
which
by
is
the way,
strange.
DJ.
Because the shelf life.
Also,
You know what I
also the lack of. They're more valuable and harder to come by.
Yeah, valid. But you get a stud, Julio Jones, you have him for 15 years.
Yeah.
You get a Adrian Peterson, you have him for 6.
But you got like 10 ranks lower for much cheaper and still be okay. You can't get like a 2-point running back.
Arguing with you about
Okay.
this.
Why
I'm just
not?
saying, the best of the best are.
Let's go.
The Adrian Petersons of the world. Yes, he is a hell of a lot better than the 5th running back. But Julio Jones is a hell of a lot better than the 5th wide receiver.
You're getting outplayed by Gage and Ridley right now.
And
He's fucking injured, Neil.
Well, stop being injured all the time. Is that some excuse, right?
also Xander, who asked us that question where he gets Chark with Mahomes and gives up the Jonathan Taylor, Cam Newton side. He said he also needed a wide receiver because he had Godwin and Woods. It sounds
Do
like
it.
that's
Valid.
Yeah,
Yep,
do
you got to
it.
do it.
Yep.
yeah.
You don't
Hate
punch
giving
your
up Taylor, but do it.
Yeah, you don't
get
punch-
Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, we're still talking a rookie. And if this is in redraft, it's super easy. If this is in dynasty, it's still pretty easy because Cam Newton probably not going to have a long career in New England.
All I'm saying is I'm trying
Chark
to
and Mahomes are here for the long haul.
I'm trying to see if he'll do it for Robinson and Cam. Like maybe even if you're throwing a pick in, I'm trying to get rid of Robinson. From a production standpoint, he's better
Okay.
Yeah.
so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I
draft
think James Robinson's the real deal.
draft.
Speaking of which, moving Robinson called arms out from his last episode.
I
He
fucking
said
traded him.
he'd move him for a first.
Oh, he
So-
said he'd give me a second for Brian Edwards too. Still waiting on that fucking deal to come through.
I was
He
going
got hurt, right? He got hurt.
buddy.
It's null and void because he
He's
got
out for
hurt.
like a game.
He's out. He's probably out for 2, but I'm going to give you a second right now.
Yeah, believe
Okay,
it when I
An
see it,
on-air,
buddy.
on-air trade.
On air trade. Don't know if
This
we-
shit's going down.
In the
Sure,
meantime,
buddy, sure.
Who you happy about in the Saints and Lions game here?
Hawkinson.
Love Hawkinson.
Yeah.
Kamara, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Xander says Robinson is so good. Don't hate.
Well, I like Robinson right now.
I still
I do
think
too.
I still think Robinson is one of those guys that could potentially be drafted out of a job. I know he's doing great. He starts to falter a little bit,
Hold up, Reg.
so I'm getting ready to make a trade with you.
Yeah,
so you
bullshit.
carry on.
I'll believe it.
I'm just really
All
happy
right,
that
so on the Hawkinson
Damn,
love here,
Reggie.
the Saints have allowed
Thanks, brother.
the most fantasy points to
Fucking
opposing tight
shit,
ends this
Reggie.
season.
go Hawkinson,
Yes.
So
buddy.
Hawkinson's
Quit reading
gonna
my
eat.
screen.
Which was shocking as hell, by
Right,
the way,
yeah, I
because
thought
they
so,
were
too.
great against tight end last year.
Yep.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Lambert knows his second favorite team, buddy.
You think I put this screen here for you to read? This is for me.
Stop screen peeking,
I
Arms.
tried to tell Reg. I was like, shh.
Dude, it's the second
Reg,
rounder. I don't
stop
give a
it.
shit. Like it's second rounder. I mean, I just traded a first James Robinson for a first. Another.
I actually think Lions win this game.
He did
Am I
trade him for a
wrong?
first and
Did you
one.
actually think they win this
I
game?
hope so.
Go Lions, buddy. Two-game win streak going on
Hell,
right
I
here.
meant Email about a trade.
Okay, for the Saints, though, who are you excited about besides Camaro? Anybody?
I do think that Emmanuel Sanders builds on
Nope.
his slow progression.
Nope.
I like Emmanuel Sanders
Did you
this
think
week.
that last week?
Huh?
Did you think that last
I
week?
sure
too?
did. I sure did.
He disappointed. Well, maybe it was week 2 that he disappointed.
Yeah, no, I think last week he had a touchdown.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
led,
it was
I
the
feel
week
like he
before
led
then.
the
That's
team.
My bad.
And are you
I
happy?
forgot in the intro you said last week was week.
Are you happy to Phil
3.
Peterson this week? He's averaging almost 5 yards a carry.
He's not catching anything though, or getting in the end zone. It's like
Can
you
anybody
know,
explain to me why the hell DeAndre Swift doesn't get touches?
I don't
Did you
know.
see week
but
1 when he dropped that
Yeah.
wide open touchdown
dropping
to
the game,
win the game?
Yeah, dropping the game
Yeah,
winner.
that'll put you on a shit list real quick.
Dude, here's the fucking fact about Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson is giving you either close to or at 100 yards a game. Unfortunately, that's 8 to 10 points.
Yeah, because that's it. That's all you're getting.
That's all you're getting. You're getting some yards. Yards.
So besides Hawkinson, nobody then? You're not
Oh,
excited about any receivers?
Kenny
Oh,
Galladay.
Galladay. Yeah.
All in on
Well,
Galladay
that's why
this
you like
week.
the Lions. But
You don't have to be
That's
so
it.
angry about it. Now.
Stafford.
Well,
Fucking
yeah,
Stafford's fine.
Stafford's a lock to have a good game this
Fucking
week.
Okuda, give me some Jeff Okuda this
No,
week.
let's
you
not
know?
do that. I will say now would be the time that if you're trying to, get that DeAndre Swift owner to move, you probably need to start doing it soon.
You seeing that question, Arms? You reading my screen? You think I put this here for you?
What was
Think
the
this is a
question?
game? Oh,
What the hell?
Well, yeah, Stafford's going to ball. That's pretty much a given on that one.
You want to answer the question, don't you?
What's the question?
Oh, you keep looking at it. You just looking at yourself?
You should buy one of
got?
those screen protectors that if you're not looking at it straight on,
No
you can't read
shit,
it.
man. I'm gonna put some fucking borders.
you talking about this one?
Cardboard hood on this thing.
Right?
So we got a new setup. I've changed things up in the studio, which means we all get to see every chat question.
Not all of us.
That was so sad. I felt really sad for a half a second there. Like,
We're going to insert some sad music over this one.
all of us.
I have the more comfortable chair, though.
Very true.
Yeah, the casting couch.
But it is true. He's like, not all of us. Fucking Lambert out in the cold over there on the other side of the studio.
I like it.
But anyways, we'll dive into this question real quick. Kenyon Drake and Robert Woods or Hilaire? That's really tough because Robert Woods, you probably shouldn't say sell on Robert Woods.
Right.
This is literally just an anomaly. Robert Woods is still going to catch balls.
Yes, he is. He's been impressive.
That being said, it's so hard to come by the
Still
101.
Hilaire, yeah.
Give me CEH.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
I'd take it.
CEH, and a couple factors here. One, I'm not sure Kenyon Drake's what we wanted him to be. Two, Robert Woods is kind of getting older.
Well, I think the Rams have just been
You
figured
loved
out.
Robert Woods last week.
No. In this particular
That's
instance,
weeks ago.
this particular instance, Robert Woods starting to get a little bit older. Hilaire, as Lambert alluded to a minute ago, running backs are a little bit harder to come by, right? Good running backs. He's in the perfect situation. I mean, he should legitimately be a top 5 running back for the next 6 to 7 years.
Yeah.
Those are hard to come by consistently.
Easy. Now listen, this is a tasteless grab for more stream viewers. But Reg, real quick, does the angle look better on this episode on the stream on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch? Is this angle better? Answer me in the comments if you could, Reg, my dear friend. Look, I got a trade offer. Anyways, back to football, fellas.
Okay, what we got for the Dolphins game?
A win.
Oh.
We got a win.
I think Dolphins
against Seattle taking Russell. No, Miami's gonna get their asses stomped.
I really don't think so.
You don't think Miami's gonna get their asses stomped?
I don't
Fire
know.
up Preston Williams.
I'm putting
Oh,
Preston
yeah.
Williams and Devontae Parker.
I think they cover, I think Dolphins covered the spread.
Gasecki, put him in.
Seahawks have allowed 350, give or take, more yards than any other team in the league. And the Broncos have played 4 games.
On air trade.
They're second.
On air
Just keep
trade
that in
alert.
mind. So it's like 1,150 yards they've allowed. The Cowboys are kind of the de facto second, 600 yards.
Well, they 400
They've allowed 550 more yards than second place.
Well, they 400 yards and 400 yards plus one game, 400 yards plus one game, and 397 one game, something like that. It's something stupid, but
They've
anyway,
given up a ton.
I think Fitzpatrick's going to like this destroy
I
it.
have a lineup right now that
Even if he does, they got to stop Russell Wilson. Tyler
we're
Lockett,
talking about
he came-
fantasy. I don't give a shit about wins.
Hey, Seahawks are traveling all the way from Washington.
I don't care. That just means Russell Wilson will throw for 380 yards and 3 touchdowns instead
And
of
that
4.
is great because Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to throw for 400 and 3 touchdowns and all of them to the receiver.
Okay, so either way,
Dolphins fan over here
He's
rolling his
definitely a
fucking
top
eyes.
15 quarterback.
I have him. Basically, it's Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, and Ryan Fitzpatrick right now. Like those are the guys I'm targeting in fantasy if I can afford
Okay,
them.
but-
That's so awesome.
but being serious, so
Fitz.
you'd be happy about firing up Fitzpatrick this week if you have if you
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah, I'm not
If I don't
upset
have
about it.
to, if I have Drew Brees,
I wouldn't feel bad about it at all.
Byron Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick, he's gonna get his yards this week, regardless if they win or lose.
Yeah, he's at least going to give you an Adrian Peterson like week. It's going to be 400 plus yards. There might not be a touchdown.
It's worth 20
but
points.
You're getting 400. Yeah, you're getting 20 points.
He'll have 20. He'll have 29 rush yards also.
Oh, at least probably 49 and a touchdown. Your touchdown's coming on the ground.
oh yeah,
Any
Oh, yeah.
Dolphin receivers you're happy with?
Both of them.
37-year-old
Exactly.
bearded beast.
Both of
Ryan
them.
Preston,
Fitzpatrick.
like Lambert said, Preston, fire him up.
Can I take this time to say you have no idea how proud I am that Ryan Fitzpatrick is Miami's quarterback. It makes me so proud.
The Bills Mafia missed him at times.
Probably got a couple more weeks before he implodes.
I don't even care if he does.
Enjoy it while it
I
lasts.
love Ryan Fitzpatrick.
It's
Like,
like-
I would roll with him for the next 3 years if they're like, Tua, we're giving you the Aaron Rodgers treatment.
It's
You're
like-
going to sit behind Fitz magic for a few years.
He's in
Yeah,
the.
as you're
He
winning
deserves
3
it.
games
The
a
dude
season.
deserves it.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Barker's going.
Have you
Barker's
seen
saying,
his
"Let it
chest
ride."
hair?
Ever since he put on Deshaun Jackson's chain,
That was badass.
The Conor McGregor look.
yeah.
Yeah, that was badass.
Just-
He did look like McGregor.
And then he comes to Miami and just fucking takes his team over.
Yeah.
Like, every player's like, he's fucking crazy, man. Like, you don't fuck with him because, you just listen to what, he's a captain.
You just gotta,
You got to respect him.
know
I
Ryan
mean, he's been on
Fitzpatrick.
every team in the NFL, so he knows.
AFC East at most. He's 3 of the 4.
He probably literally fights defensive linemen.
I just,
Just like
what is there
you
not
hit
to
me.
love
I bet he
about
doesn't
Ryan
wear a red.
Fitzpatrick?
Have they ever mic'd him up?
I bet he doesn't wear a red
Oh
jersey
my
in practice.
God, we got to look for that after this.
Yeah.
So basically, to say, we have 5 Dolphins he can fire up this week.
You know who I'm not going to play though?
Fucking Miami, son.
Gaskin.
Zero chance I'm playing Gaskin.
No, I'm playing him.
You're okay playing Gaskin. He's probably going to catch 7 balls.
The 2 receivers in Gasecki.
7 for 88 and a touch.
The Steelers have allowed a combined 200 yards through the air and on the ground to running
The
backs.
Steelers.
Or Steelers, Seahawks.
Good thing we don't play
Sorry.
them motherfuckers.
I'm looking at notes. They're right beside each other. The Seahawks have allowed 126.
Can't even read.
Yeah, right. 126 rushing yards and 78 receiving yards, and a total of 3 touchdowns. If you don't get in the end zone, which, by the way, has he this year?
Who?
Miles Gaskin?
Fuck yeah, he has. It's Miles Gaskin.
Has
son.
he?
Miles Gaskin.
Has he?
Pretty sure.
I don't think so.
It'll make me
So
explode my screen
unless
over
he
here.
gets in
He
the end
hasn't.
zone,
He hasn't.
all right. Unless he gets in the
Damn
end
it to
zone,
hell.
which he hasn't, he's worthless.
Who the
this
hell's-
week?
I think Jordan Howard's got in the end zone.
Yes,
He did.
actually twice. I
Matt
believe.
Breida might
He
one time,
vultured. He
too.
vultured. Howard vultured last week.
Son of a
So-
bitch.
I just Seahawks rush defense is just too good. Their pass defense is god awful, but
Yeah.
their
Oh,
play
Jamal
against the running
Adams
back.
is out this week too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
that
he's
makes
out.
me
Oh
feel
my
a little
God.
bit better.
Also, saying Dolphins are going to piece him up, man.
They might, but they're still going to lose.
Oh, they're gonna lose.
They're going to cover the
Yeah.
spread, 5.5.
No.
They're gonna cover the over.
They're going to lose by like 9.
Yeah, probably. But I also I think what's the over under in this game?
5.5.
5.5's the over under.
Well, I don't the over. I don't know. I don't know it offhand.
It's like 150 point over under is a fucking basketball score.
Either way, for the Seahawks, do you trust the running back situation? Because
No.
Carson's a game time decision now.
No.
Reggie says Kenyon Drake equals Mixon. You want him after week 8 as well.
Fair
I
enough.
can see that.
Fair enough.
I think
I'm
Drake's gonna have a
actually-
good week. He's gonna have a good week this week. I think.
Drake's gonna have a phenomenal week, and I'm trading him. As soon as it's over, trade him.
Yeah, he'll have a couple more down games. Then he'll second half of the season he'll be like, I am Kenyon Drake.
Do you want to move on to that game now?
Drake? Might as well.
So my notes say Drake season. This is what the Panthers have allowed so far this year. Josh Jacobs, 139 total yards, 3 touchdowns. Combined week 2, it was 92 rushing yards, and because Josh Kelly and Eckler, 59. No, that's week 3. Sorry. Who the hell they play week 2? Anyways, 126 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, and another 11 receptions to running backs for 43 yards no touchdowns. That was Tampa Bay. And week 3, it was 92 rushing yards, 59 for Eckler, 49 for 43 for Kelly, and then 1 touchdown and 11 receptions for 84 yards, all to Eckler. Running backs eat the Panthers alive. This will be Drake's best game of the season. Fire him up in every possible format you can.
And that made me think of something. Think about it. Name a defensive player on the Carolina Panthers.
Shaq Thompson,
Got one. Anybody else?
Jeremy Chin,
Mario Addison still there.
He got hurt.
Brian Burns,
Brian Burns, yes. Wait,
Whitehead.
Tahir
Tahir
Whitehead.
Whitehead.
Here, Whitehead. It takes a minute.
Bradbury?
James
Bradbury's
Bradbury. No,
still
he
there?
moved on somewhere, did
Giants,
he?
isn't he?
Yeah.
Bradbury was
I think
I don't
so.
know.
Big free agent
Hey,
signing.
Luke Kuechly and Chris Gamble were on there.
Yeah.
There you go.
At once.
Yeah.
All-time greats, man.
But I mean, seriously, like
They got his last name's Brown. He's a defensive tackle.
Dante Brown. I don't know. Fuck.
I don't know.
Short,
Long story
maybe?
short, their defense is god-awful against every possible running
They
back
just don't
format.
have anybody. You know, it's like they're toast this year.
Good. They're
Jeez, buddy.
they're in the they're
Good. I hate them.
They're-
Who hates the Panthers?
they're-
Who do you know that hates the Panthers?
Nobody.
Do you know anyone that hates like fucking Panthers?
Trevor
I
Lawrence
hate the
Lottery right here.
Panthers. Hate the damn Panthers. Like no one even says
Trevor
that about
Lawrence.
the
At least he's not
NHL's
gonna have to leave
Florida
Carolinas,
Panthers.
right? He's gonna be a Panther.
I want him to be a Washington football team.
He's not gonna be. He's gonna be a Panther. They've already won too many games.
Would it be a Washington football teamer?
No, it'd be something else by that time. Like,
I hope
The Red
not.
Wolves.
That W
Red
logo
Wolf.
is amazing. I want
I
the
just-
W logo.
I
Yeah.
just want them to be the football team forever.
I
I
do
do
too,
too.
buddy.
We talk about it every episode. Let's spend 20 minutes talking about the Washington football team and how it's the best name ever.
Do you think Hopkins is going to break the
I could.
receiving record this year?
I could do
No,
it.
He's on pace.
I understand that.
He has a chance to
And
break
people-
the single game record this week.
And people thought I was nuts to think that he would do
We're still
even
talking-
better in Arizona than. Anyways,
Okay, who you firing up for Arizona this week?
Hopkins,
Well,
obviously.
if you don't fire up
Hopkins.
Hopkins,
What about
you're an
Andy
idiot.
Isabella? He showed signs last
blew
week.
up last week with Kirk.
Andy
out.
Isabella.
DFS, depending on the price, could be a nice one, but
It's got to be like $3,000 on
there
DFS.
is no one else.
Kirk-
Larry Fitzgerald is toast. Christian Kirk apparently
He's
sucks.
a game time decision this
and
week.
he
Yes.
sucks. So, I mean, Andy Isabella.
Fire
He's
him up.
He might be the guy to own the rest of the season.
Don't let
Fitz is
Stoops,
old.
Don't let
Kirk
Stoops
sucks.
hear you talking about Kirk.
Kirk
like that.
sucks ass. He sucks ass. I own him on one league. He sucks ass.
My-
I don't even want him.
My
Somebody
only
come get him.
concern this week about firing Drake up is, when we think about running back, Murray's running back-ish, so to speak, on that team. He could have 2 touchdowns on the ground.
Have you
Oh,
fallen
yeah.
in love with him yet?
No.
What? How
It's
not?
fun to watch, man.
How have you
fun
not?
to watch.
Listen,
Spite. That's how
I've
he
been
has
I've been able
it. Out
to
of spite.
listen. I've been able to watch every Raiders game. That's
must
what I've
be-
been watching.
he might be the wrong
They-
one.
They typically play at the same time.
He is the wrong.
I actually have no clue if
He
they play at the
is
same time.
1,000% the fucking wrong.
But there's a
one.
good chance they did.
Oh, I forgot this.
Yeah, they're both West Coast guys.
But there is good fantasy starters on both sides.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm still happy about Moore,
I think-
Anderson.
I think-
Robbie Anderson.
Mike Davis will have a
No,
good game
not
too.
Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson.
Arizona's defense is pretty good. I mean, they're.
Mike Davis is going to get his.
You know what the hell I'm doing, don't you, Arms?
No.
I doubt it. I doubt Mike Davis gets his this week.
It's good, Mike Davis.
Did you accept that trade?
He's gonna get it. Yeah, I accepted it.
Hey,
Second
you
for
hear
Brian
him?
Edwards. He sucks.
Okay. That's fine.
Just playing. Kyler Murray, 6th overall quarterback right now, and
This is great.
nothing but consistency to show for it. 35, 40, and 32,
It's awesome.
That's not good enough.
roughly. He is right behind Aaron Rodgers, who's already tearing up the league. Dak, Mahomes, Allen, Wilson.
Never.
Kyler Murray's
never
in the,
heard any of those
Kyler
guys.
Murray is in the Elite Six. Kyler Murray is in the Elite Six. Joe Burrow's number
Lambert,
8
nice
overall.
call on Arizona. They're the number 2 against the pass.
Dude, they're beastly. I'm telling you.
Allowed basically
Buda Baker's amazing.
to receivers.
He could be out this week though. He
I know
had
that.
surgery.
That's actually a really big deal for them too.
But they're putting in. It seems like anyone they put in at safety balls out.
It seems like they always-
Thompson, I think, is.
it seems like they always have good DBs and stuff there, but I could be wrong.
So the top 3 pass defenses. Who do you think they are? fantasy points per game against.
Well, you just said one.
You just said one.
So
So Arizona.
Arizona.
Arizona's
I'm gonna go
2.
Patriots.
Nope.
Oh, I thought you said one earlier too.
Giving it away.
Patriots are actually bottom 3rd.
Nice. I like hearing that.
It wasn't the Buccaneers,
Chargers?
was it?
Titans.
The Chiefs and the Raiders.
Interesting.
The,
The Chiefs' defense has looked good.
so the Chiefs have
Linebackers
basically
not so
allowed
much.
right around 105 yards a game and a touchdown, one touchdown on the season to wide receivers. Arizona's averaging about 120 ish to the wide receiver and 2 touchdowns on the season. The Raiders about 135 and a total of 1 touchdown on the season against them.
So Kyler Murray's 6th overall. Can we say that he's one of the elite 6 for 2020?
Way to pick an arbitrary spot to call it elite. Who was above him?
3 games deep. You got Murray, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is killing it.
So you're just going to sit here and you're not going
Dak
to.
Prescott, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Russell
So
Wilson.
let's not include Lamar Jackson in elite.
Sour
I'm
taste.
just saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Okay.
I'm
and
saying
once again,
as of,
arbitrary number, Barker. Arbitrary
saying
number
it-
to say elite 6.
as of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So far this season, like if someone said, "Hey,
If we're looking at the numbers, I feel like there's 2 elite guys, and then Mahomes will be there soon.
do you want Russell Wilson this year?
Absolutely.
Do you want Josh Allen this year?
Absolutely.
Do you want Patrick Mahomes this year?
Absolutely.
Do you want Dak Prescott
Yeah, I
this
don't
year?
know about that.
Yes, you
No,
do.
yeah.
Do you want
I'm just
Aaron
kidding.
Rodgers this year? Yes, you do. Do you want Kyler Murray this year? Yes,
Yes.
you do.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
There you go.
I still think Joe Burrow beats him one season.
Joe Burrow is 8th overall right now.
I know. That's
8th
incredible.
overall.
God, I figured up his pace the other day, and it's like stupid, like 38 touchdowns. You know, as a rookie, like not beating the rookie touchdown record, just blowing it the fuck away.
Biggest shock of the year, Deshaun Watson right there with Mitchell Trubisky, Carson Wentz, and Teddy Bridgewater at the 21 overall to the 22, 23, and 24, the aforementioned guys. But
Dark days.
pretty awesome. Dark days. Kirk Cousins, year in, year out, he's giving it to you. He's 27th, Arms. Fucking, come on. Get off Kirk Cousins now.
And I don't think I talked much about him this offseason.
Daniel Jones hasn't given you over 14 points a game 2 out of 3 weeks.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
Danny Dimes, the star that you guys love.
Danny Dimes.
Danny
He
Dimes
looked-
is garbage.
He looked good, man.
He looked good. His first game ever. He looked good. I'll give you that.
Danny Dimes.
And it happened.
He looked good some towards the end of
didn't.
last
No, he
year
didn't.
too. He
No, he
did.
didn't.
Look at his games. There was a couple of 50-point games.
Are
he
we
had.
talking about times whenever like Slayton just blew by everybody and that's it? He throws to a wide open receiver.
Is that a bad? He's
that-
getting you points.
Does that make the quarterback good to be able to hit a wide open receiver?
You gotta get him the ball.
Does he score you points?
You
That's
gotta
what I'm
get him the
asking.
ball.
I'm just saying he's not able to do it this year. Danny Dimes.
Probably because Slayton sucks.
Oh yes, wide open
No,
Slayton.
I like Slayton.
He's at Ramsey's Barton though.
He's never Ramsey
true.
Barton. Get off his nuts.
All right, next game. Next.
We got
Or
Baltimore.
finish.
We got Baltimore and Washington.
The Washington football team.
I will avoid everyone in Washington, including
Yeah, I would-
Scary Terry.
I would
Yeah.
definitely sit pretty much.
I mean,
All of
you
them.
probably have to play Terry.
And,
McLaurin,
I don't
but-
know.
You don't have to.
He's questionable anyways, and
just-
Dwayne Haskins is his quarterback. So I mean, it's getting scary.
when do
like,
they
he
make the
just-
change?
I don't know. Probably week 5.
They expect to lose this week, but when they have an inkling they might have a chance, that's when they're going to
if they play the Jets and it's
So
tight,
they're just saving
It's over.
Alex
No, see,
Smith.
I
like they're
disagree.
going to let Haskins go out and get beat up this
bring
game.
back Colt McCoy.
yeah.
And then
let's just let Dwayne
listen,
take
we know
the
he's not our
punishment
long-term guy. Let's just let him get beat.
till we get our franchise guy back in here, Alex Smith.
Dude, I just can't believe he just did not advance. Like, just didn't advance. Didn't improve.
He's an Ohio State quarterback.
It's probably really going to happen too. Like Alex Smith is going to come back and just fucking rock out.
I would love it.
Him and Antonio or Gandy Golden.
I feel like-
and Gibson just
Some
going to
AGG
fucking
up in
ball
there.
out.
It's some other random practice squad guy.
They'll sign Jordan Reed off of San Francisco's IR and just
And Chris
fucking
Cooley out of retirement.
pepper him on the sidelines. He just falls on one leg every time. Just peppered him.
Just hobble up 6 yards and stand still.
Yep.
Okay, for the Ravens, who do you like out of this game?
Reach for it, Funches.
All running backs.
Even Gus Edwards?
Well, maybe.
Dude, Gus
Gus
Edwards.
Edwards for the price?
He is good when they give him the ball.
Yeah.
Gus Edwards is good when they give
Like
him the
their
ball.
whole,
He's
you could
averaging-
say that about their whole back.
He's averaging 7.2 yards a carry. That's pretty good.
Literally the Ravens' Peyton Hillis. Literally,
You
the
can't argue
Ravens'
that
Peyton
number.
Hillis.
But Gus Edwards kind of fast. Peyton Hillis,
And he's
we
big.
never made that
I'd
argument.
be
about Peyton
scared shitless if Gus Edwards was running at me, man. Scared shitless. He's like 240 fucking pounds of gummy Gus Edwards.
Dude, so you have three good, good running backs. I mean, Ingram's good, J.K. Dobbins, Gus
Ingram
Edwards.
used to be good.
And Lamar, obviously.
And then what I'm saying is
Time to move on from Ingram, I think.
like guys that can beat you up, and they're going to drag you down, and Dobbins can do it all as well. But then you've got to chase Lamar Jackson around, who has video game moves. Like, this is a scary team. Now, it's Patrick Mahomes' bitch, but it's still a scary team.
I'm ready to see the Gus Dobbins show.
I'm playing against Gus in
Trade
ESC
Mark
this week.
Ingram to the
They're not going
the Giants. Mark Ingram to the Giants for a 7th.
They got Freeman. They're saved.
Yeah, they found their savior. in
So you
Freeman.
like nobody on the Washington football team.
Honestly,
No.
I'm
I
man.
oh, by the way, I like Mark Andrews in this game too.
Yeah, I like Mark Andrews in this game, but yeah, I don't like anyone on the football team.
In receivers, you like Hollywood or anybody?
Steve
Nope.
Sims ends up being good enough to play because all they can do is get some short first downs. I don't think Washington has a chance in this game, so Steve Sims will probably catch some short, 5 or 6
It
short
could
outs.
be a Dontrell Inman game.
By the
Nah,
way,
he only has one of those a year.
I don't know why I thought Dontrell Inman was like 5'10". He's like 6'4".
Big guy.
Dude's a monster. I always thought he was. I guess I just never watched Chargers games close enough.
I'm not playing. I'm not
I don't think
gonna
anybody
watch any of
has.
this game. By the way, I'm watching zero.
That's
zero
also
snaps.
the reason why they're no longer in San Diego.
I'll watch Days of Our Lives if that's what's on.
Who you got in the Minnesota and Houston game? The battle of the 03s.
Houston.
I don't know, man, but I like Justin Jefferson in this game
Houston.
a lot.
He's not going to do that 2 games in a row either.
I don't expect him to do that, but
He's not going to do half that 2
yeah,
games
but
in a row.
I think he can get 6 or 7 receptions and get 80 to 90 yards, and that's enough.
3 for 47.
I think Fuller's been cleared to play.
Come
Yeah,
down
he's
for your
pl- he's
free
playing.
tarot reading.
I'll fire up.
Predicting the
yeah,
future.
fire up Will Fuller. He'll get you
Fire up Will
He'll
Fuller.
get you 3/4 this game before he gets hurt.
You're getting a big game.
He'll
out
also
of
get you
Fuller.
3/4 damn receptions for the team.
He's giving you a big game this week.
Yeah, I like Will Fuller in this game. He's gonna get hurt.
Like-
He might get you 6 for 68 yards or something in a touchdown, but he'll be hurt.
Yeah, when active, he gets something like 32% of the targets. It's incredible.
Pretty good.
I still don't trust Cooks. I never will trust Cooks.
No.
Cobb's old, shows flashes occasionally.
All Cobb does is ruin your DraftKings lineup.
Yeah.
And it's fucking infuriating. You got
You can't trust David Johnson.
you got someone's like, I like corn, Cobb, captain. Fuck this
Is
guy.
he a captain again?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, captain for the lineup, and then he gets 2 touchdowns. Like, fuck Randall Cobb.
Well, I mean, it feels like,
I don't like.
a veteran like Cobb's like Captain Patch on your jersey.
Man,
been around forever.
if I could just find one guy that's $3,000 that might get in the end zone, and it's like, oh, Randall Cobb, and all of a sudden that guy makes $25,000 on DraftKings. Are you proposing, Neil? What's going on over here?
It's definitely a casting couch event over here.
Yeah. So,
Wish you guys could see it.
David Johnson?
David Johnson? No.
No.
Just no. No.
It's a no for
They're-
me, dog.
It's very close for the Texans to move on to their random leading rusher of 2020. Because every year, except for Lamar Miller years, which is just one, I think. I think Lamar Miller's been gone a year. And you just don't know who's going to... David Johnson's not going to finish the season.
Yeah, but I want to.
You're going to have like Tyler Irvin or Alfred Blue, Steve Slayton, somebody random is going to lead them in rushing.
I don't know. I mean, Vikings are like bottom 3rd in fantasy points per games allowed. They're a bad team if they're up.
Yeah, I just don't think it's David Johnson. I think
Okay.
it's someone random.
Certainly not Duke.
Right? Like,
Sadly.
who do we really like last year? Rookie that bounced around on practice squads.
Elijah Holyfield.
Holyfield. You nailed that. Elijah Holyfield. Elijah Holyfield will lead the Texans in rushing this year.
And Bo Scarborough. Could be Boskar.
Boskar. Where is Boskar? Bro?
He's on the Lions IR.
He was very Adrian Peterson like for the Lions last year.
100
yards.
100 yards ish.
Nothing else.
I mean, not even getting the end zone though.
I feel like he did though a few times. I don't know. Next game.
He was.
We got Giants and Rams, and don't say Slayton again.
I'm not going to say Slade. Jesus, Lambert. What'd you do?
This is gonna be the messiest podcast
Oh,
ever.
my
I'm
God.
not editing shit in this one.
So,
It gives a character.
All right, so we had a boom arm fall off. Lambert's our fourth guy tonight, and as you can see, the table sits 3. So our fourth mic just bit the dust.
freaking Neil had to use the bathroom apparently.
Yeah.
Hey,
Neil-
I did not touch that.
Neil fucked everything up. So,
Thanks, Neil.
but yeah, I don't like David Johnson the rest of the year. I don't, he had a game 1 where I was like, hey, he's got a little juice left, and then he's like, out of the juice, son. The rest of the year is gonna be just running on fumes.
I mean, I even said it after the game. Like, yes, he was productive, but there were still like 7 guys with a hand on him as he, not grabbing him, but just like touched him. He didn't look fast, didn't look impressive, any sort of electric that for after that first week. So if he does something this week, which I hope he does, my advice is try to move on from him.
Yeah,
I got you.
So for the Rams Giants game, who you like out of this one?
I like Cooper Kupp. I
Darrell
like
Henderson.
Darrell
Henderson.
Henderson. Robert Woods, I think bounces back
See,
a little, a little bit. At least.
I don't like Cooper Kupp this week.
I do. Fire him up. I love Cup.
I like Coop and Coop and Woods. I think will be fine. I don't think anybody else really going to see a lot.
I was kind of disappointed in the running game last week for the Giants. It was like everything else with the Giants.
What did he get, like
everything
7
about
yards?
The Giants, everything about the Giants is disappointing, except maybe James Bradbury. Talked about him earlier. That's
And we don't even know.
Peppers is out.
And Blake Martinez, we always like Blake Martinez.
Yeah, Blake Martinez is always good.
yeah, he's getting you double-digit points at the IDP
Yeah,
spot.
Yeah, because they're just barreling fullbacks into him to kill the clock at the end of the
Pretty
game.
much.
But I was lucky enough to. I was lucky
Giants
enough
are
to.
like
yeah.
Blake, fullback.
I was lucky enough to win the game. I had Malcolm Brown starting in, but I was getting sad because Henderson is rolling over everybody. I guess it's probably the last game of Brown's relevant.
Yeah, it was frustrating for me because I actually rolled him Brown out in a couple lineups.
Yeah, I did that
kind of
one.
out of desperation.
Yeah.
And it's like nothing, just absolutely nothing. I mean, at this rate, is Cam Akers ever getting a shot?
Not if Darrell Henderson
no.
keeps doing that.
I mean,
He looked good in every facet of the game.
But week 1, Malcolm Brown looked like a stud. Now Darrell Henderson looks like a stud.
That's what happens though. Malcolm Brown carries the torch for a couple weeks and then passes it, and it's Darrell Henderson. He's the torch.
I mean,
bearer.
I don't disagree with you with being Darrell Henderson's show, but I mean, they spin up to get Cam Akers.
They did, but I mean, you can't just be like, well, we did pay a second for him, so Darrell, stop fucking running the ball.
So I just wonder if they're going to start trying to squeeze him in for 8 to 10 carries a game.
I mean, he'll get a few when he's in there, but I think Darrell Henderson is going to definitely be the Melvin Gordon to his Philip Lindsay. Boom! Called that all year.
What you got of the Buffalo Vegas game?
Josh Allen
And Diggs, obviously.
being the best best quarterback and running back combo.
Gabby Davis, if John Brown's sitting.
So weird.
Dude, he looked so
He
good.
looked good.
Yeah.
I looked
Gabby Davis.
I looked at him, and people already had him, and I'm like, really?
Oh, yeah. I don't even
doesn't
have
it
him on my
frustrate the
taxi
shit
squad.
out of
He's
you?
in-
Yeah.
he's just on my bench.
Dude,
Don't you hate that though? Like you're
It's always
like,
Lambert, too. Like, where do you have
breaks
this
out-
guy?
Dude breaks out, you go straight to the waiver wire, and you're like, where the fuck is this guy? So you do a name search, and you're like, owned him since 2018. What the fuck?
dude, I was sitting there thinking about that, like with the Jeff Smith thing last night. I'm like, I didn't look him up, but my thought was somebody in our league owns this motherfucker right now. Guarantee it. I'm not
Hey,
even going to look at it.
Somebody has a waiver wire for him, definitely.
I'll
But
guarantee-
I don't, but
Well, it's Barker for $40.
Fuck yeah,
No,
I'll pay up.
$47.
Don't mean shit, son.
Can't
Those
take 'em
are
with you.
just uncut gems.
can't,
remember
spend,
That's all
can't
those
spend them at Walmart, like I said.
You remember
No
the
doubt.
party we had at your house where we were offering you legitimate money for football dollars because me and Lambert
Yep.
were out?
I can tell you one thing. My wife is never going to be like, what the fuck did you spend 40 football dollars for? It's the only thing I can fucking spend like crazy and not get in trouble.
Like, honey, it was Jeff Smith, okay?
Not true. My wife's super cool. But anyways.
But we all love, well, I would think we all love Singletary in this game.
Oh, yeah. Singletary is actually the first person I wrote down because the Raiders have the worst freaking running defense in the league.
Burkhead.
which is weird, man.
Kwiatkowski's not going to play.
Need Kwiatkowski back, but even without Kwiatkowski, you still have Littleton. They signed
He's been underwhelming this year for me too.
Raekwon. Raekwon
he's
is a
out there.
run
He's
stuffer. He's
around
not
it.
a pass
Yeah,
guy.
he's not a
It's
third
like why
down guy.
Why do you suck so bad against the run?
So if you watch the games, which I've watched just about every play of every game,
I've watched one Raiders game so far, which I'm very proud of myself.
I watched
for
the
that.
Pats Raiders game.
some chunks of it are like literally Sony Michel had 2 monstrous runs. Other than that, they pretty much they pretty much shut him down.
They couldn't shut Burkhead down.
It's
That
the
is
lime.
fucking awful.
It's the lime.
Well, that,
it's so
but that's
good.
part of it, right? So Burkhead gets 3 touchdowns against the Raiders, which ups their season, I believe, to 7 total touchdowns to the running back. So 3 to him, 3 to Christian McCaffrey week 1. Like, they're actually doing a good. I mean, nobody stops Christian McCaffrey, so that doesn't matter, right? You know, he's an outlier. He's going to get his. But
so bad.
Other than some Sony Michel, busted plays and Burkhead getting freaking 2-yard plunges, the Raiders have been fine against the run.
We thought the defense was going to be what lifted the Raiders up.
I still
Well,
think they've got a
Cleveland
gel, man.
Farrell,
Max Crosby.
yeah.
Yeah, Crosby was a
Crosby's-
beast last year.
yeah.
Cleveland Farrell technically should step up.
Shit, who's the guy
who's on the other
from
end?
Dallas? Who's the guy that you got from Dallas? I'm drawing a blank.
Help us, Reg.
I feel like it's Malik, something like
That's
that.
a Jaguar, right?
No, but what the hell's his name?
Malik Collins.
Is it Malik Collins? Is that it?
I don't know. I just need the defensive guys.
Reg, who is it?
McMillan. Nick Morrow was always decent when they put him in there.
Yeah,
Cleveland
it's
Farrell,
Collins.
Jonathan Abram.
Collins from the Cowboys.
Okay.
So, well, I think the Raiders, Reg, I see your note there. I want to say they're top 3 in pass defense against wide receivers this year.
They're gonna get ran over.
I mean, whenever you don't have to freaking pass.
Did you fire up Beasley this week too?
Did you bring a case
No.
of Bud Light? Or
No,
did you
I
just bring
got plenty.
Can I have one? This Keystone Key Lightful is about
Here.
to make me
Give-
fucking
Hey.
puke.
Give it to me.
Do you have a bitter beer face though?
Give it to me. I'll drink it.
What if I have? What if I have COVID?
Dude, I get 2 weeks off if you have COVID. Fucking, I hope you have COVID.
It's airborne anyway.
They got,
No, I don't want to pull Rudy Gobert and start acting like a jackass. Everybody leaves here like gets COVID. the
so who
next
do you like
day.
for who do you like for the Raiders here?
Man,
Besides Jacobs, obviously.
yeah, Jacobs. Brian Edwards is out. Ruggs looks like he's going to be out. Tyrell Williams is going to be out. It's got to be
Well,
Renfro,
Tyler Williams,
right?
Does Waller bounce back?
Waller and Renfro. Does
see,
it have anyone else?
I
Who
don't
else is on the
fucking
team?
know, man. Like,
Aguilar.
yeah, seriously. I think it might be Nelson Aguilar again.
DraftKings play of the week.
Hey,
Nelson
Foster Moreau.
Aguilar.
There you go. Foster Moreau.
Foster Moreau's probably going to get a touchdown randomly. It's going to be
He's the vulture.
shit.
He's the vulture one. Yeah.
Which I haven't looked at the stats. I would assume that as much as Josh Allen rolls out, as much as he moves, there's going to be several sacks. So the defensive ends are definitely playable.
Will you be offended if I say Bud Light's almost as bad as that Key
Oh,
Lightful?
shut the fuck up. Quit being
It's
a
almost as bad.
quit being a wuss.
Damn.
I'm drinking orange, whatever the fuck that is.
Let me switch to George Washington's piss real
I'm
quick.
actually excited to watch this game too.
Delicious.
It comes on at 4:00.
Oh.
I watch every Bills game because of Josh Allen, of course. So,
You're loving Diggs, of course.
oh yeah,
Okay. Oh, here's one thing I will say, and I haven't looked up Waller's price. I'm not paying up for
I
him.
think Diggs is a year-long thing. I don't think I can't see a week where we're going to be like, don't start Diggs. I think him and Josh Allen.
He's one of the
They've got
studs.
it going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got it going on.
he's classified as one of the studs now.
Whatever trade it was that I offered you Diggs in, I'm really glad you turned down.
I got Diggs off of him. I was pretty excited.
Well, in the Brill.
Oh, brilliant.
I think it was in regards to Lamar Jackson.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
you turned it down. Then you end up giving me Lamar Jackson for Daniel Jones and Malik Harrison.
Actually, Darren Waller is only 5,200 on DraftKings. Not bad.
that's
Not
a
bad.
buy.
And the
Someone has to catch the ball.
the Bills have the 24th ranked defense against tight ends. So, yeah,
There you go.
that might not be a bad play.
Can we spend? Well, I'll wait till we get to the team. Anyways,
The next game we got here is Eagles and Niners.
damn.
Is
Didn't get
this,
to my guy.
is this the week of Wentz is finally done?
You know what? It could be.
I hope so.
If Wentz doesn't play well in the second half, I think you could see Jalen Hurts in the second.
Did anyone see the
Jalen Hurts is
meme
gonna be
that
good.
said have you heard of Elf on the Shelf? But do you know? And it showed Wentz on the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so
You
good.
should know Wentz on the bench.
Wins on the bench.
Are you excited about anybody on the Eagles?
Ertz.
Long-term Rager.
Yeah, long term.
Long term Rager. Eagles, how are they so bad?
Well, I like Miles Sanders. Always like Miles Sanders. He always productive. Usually catches.
And
several
Deshaun
balls.
Jackson's out, right?
Fuck, I don't even know. I
think so.
Can you name one receiver you really want to start? Just go ahead. I'll wait.
Nobody.
I didn't think so. So the only person catching balls there that I want to start is Zach Ertz and Miles Sanders. That's it. No confidence in anybody else.
yeah, and I don't even have that much confidence in those two guys this week.
I really don't either.
yeah.
But as far as the Niners side, I mean, fire Nick Mullins. There you go. Fire him up.
Dude,
Shit, why not?
Always.
is
always
Garoppolo
Nick
going to have a
Mullins.
job when he comes back?
He
Well,
shouldn't.
we talked about this last year.
And Debo's on the way back, too.
Was
Debo's
no,
playing this week.
Was it last year or year before? It was year before,
Ayuk
wasn't
just
it?
broke out a little bit in a sort of
I do like
way.
Ayuk.
Is Kittle
yeah.
back?
Who?
Yeah,
I think
Kittle's back.
Kittle's
Yeah.
back.
Hey, you see your boy Ayuk finally got a touchdown?
Yeah, hell yeah, I did.
You
I need that
didn't
trade
he
to
get
work
some
out.
rushes too? Like 5
Yeah.
rushes?
Barker's
Yeah.
like, I need him to get
Who
a
else they got to
touchdown.
run the ball? They're handing it off to Jerick McKinnon, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and he's doing okay.
He is. He's playing well this year.
Yeah, he's only shredded 3 knees and he's only got 2, but he's still figuring it out.
That's right.
Y'all love Jerick McKinnon so much.
Well, yeah, we
Like, in
did.
trade
I
deal.
don't
I'm
like him at all.
I'm like, he's never been a starter like anywhere. And then he's like,
He only
IR,
needed a chance.
IR. I think he started the season.
As soon as he went to the
questionable.
Niners and before they got Mostert and Tevin Coleman.
No, they had Mostert. They had Breida.
I stand by the fact that if McKinnon wouldn't have got hurt, I think he would have fucking balled out.
I think
absolutely
I
balled
think
out.
I could run for quite a few yards in that offense.
I think all of us could too, but McKinnon,
Yeah, I
McKinnon
have.
would double us.
Yeah, I ran behind that line.
It's incredible.
Yeah, Neil got hit, what 13 totes for 84
Yeah, buddy.
yards. Fucking rumbled.
Fucking incredible, Neil.
I just like it because I really do think Mullins will have a good game this week.
Reggie,
Yeah,
Jesus
absolutely.
criminy. Jeff Wilson in 2 leagues.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's.
I want-
listen,
but I do-
if I could do a flex, I'll
No.
put Ayuk at running back. If I,
But I want
if
to
I could only get his carries, you know what I mean?
I want the controversy this week, though. Quarterback controversy.
I want
Listen,
it. I
all I'm
want
saying,
Nick Mullins to get in
I'm
there.
not
I think-
sure Nick Mullins is not a better quarterback.
I think Nick
I
Mullins
think
is a better
C.J.
quarterback.
Beathard is a better quarterback than Garoppolo.
Fire
He
Nick
looked
Mullins,
really
man.
good for a
He
minute.
did, yeah. There was 3 games there.
I never actively want to watch an Eagles game, and I don't like the Niners either. But I probably will watch this obviously at 8:20.
Listen, if you tell me long term you want Jimmy Garoppolo, you're a real owner, not fantasy. You want Jimmy Garoppolo long term or Brett Rippon? I'd be like,
You're like,
Hold on a second. So let me see.
can I have 24 hours?
I've seen 22 pass attempts from Brett Rippon.
Is Garoppolo bringing Mia Khalifa around?
Oh,
Garoppolo
well,
is there Garoppolo dating
just
Mia
around
Khalifa?
or
Wasn't there something? Didn't
oh
she
yeah,
message him or something?
there was something to that.
It was a different porn star though.
I thought
Oh, was it?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it was her.
Okay, that was just one I pulled.
Either way.
Oh, well, if it was her too, then he's got 2 under his belt. So
What a stud.
start him every week.
Unfortunately, that didn't score any fantasy points.
Well, start him anyways. You can at least be like Garoppolo, bitch.
What you guys got for Atlanta and Green Bay?
Oh,
Wide
man.
receivers and lots of
Probably a
them.
Green Bay comeback for a win.
This is going to be
Because if anybody can lose a lead, it's
play your
Atlanta.
Falcons in half one if you're in that kind of a contest,
Right.
Oh man.
and then sit them.
Oh, you can keep playing them. They're just not going to get in the end zone second half.
right.
Hayden Hurst. I'm sick of hearing about him. I'm waiting. I understand he's had one decent game, but still.
Yeah, Alan Lazard's out. Devontae Adams is just coming back. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, every time you think it's him, he's like, oh, I'm going to drop
Surprise,
it.
motherfucker!
Surprise, motherfuckers. 3 targets for 4 yards.
I really thought Sternberger was going to be good this year.
Nope, didn't happen.
Yeah, me
When-
too.
It's a
When
diff-
has
it's
there
some
ever
weird
been
rookie.
a good tight end since what? Shannon Sharp?
Kamara,
Shannon Sharp? Sterling Sharp. Sterling Sharp.
he's a wide receiver.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I thought he was tight end.
No.
Sterling
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Jeez.
Irrelevant.
Listen,
but who's name the good tight end in the history of Green Bay that you wanted for fantasy?
I mean, nobody.
Okay. So what'd you think Jay Sternberger was going to be good?
I don't know. If there's a team that Terrell Owens should get signed by this year, it's Green Bay.
Have you seen
Bring
the
back-
Jets roster?
Ucho Cinco.
Huh?
Have you seen the Jets roster?
They
Yeah,
have
have Crowder.
Jeff
You-
Smith.
are
dude.
you telling me that Terrell Owens would fucking come back to play?
I'm telling
Yes.
you, he'd start.
Yes, I'd play for the Jets. He wouldn't even play
Yeah,
for the Jets.
He played for the Bengals.
Yeah, when they were.
Him and
Okay.
Ocho were good.
There's
They
no
were
way he's
dudes.
looking at the Jets and being like, Adam Gase, huh? Yeah. No.
I like that guy.
No.
He's got a good
Yeah.
record.
How in God's name does Adam Gase have a job?
No. Terrell Owens just be like, Green Bay, there's a chance. Aaron Rodgers, hell yeah. Sam Darnold, no. No, I'm not letting the kid from the Sandlot throw to me. Fuck that.
Man, first off, I was never a big Darnold fan, but
James Jones.
he is better than what Adam Gase, what his offense allows him to be.
You guys remember James Jones?
I like James Jones.
He was like, what, the best, what's the dude from the Jags, tight end for the Jags, that would score 3 touchdowns randomly
Lewis,
once a week?
Mercedes Lewis.
Fucking
It
Mercedes.
was a Mercedes Lewis,
Yes.
yeah. So James Jones, he's the Mercedes Lewis of Green Bay receivers. Like just out of nowhere, James Jones,
So who-
10 for 156
So
and 2.
who's getting fired up for Green Bay this week? Rodgers, Jones.
Yeah,
Aaron-
Rodgers,
Aaron Jones,
I mean, if Devontae Adams is
100%.
You
playing,
can't ever sit Aaron Jones.
Aaron
Well, no.
Jones, 1,000%.
So they got 3 guys.
Yeah, you don't know who's gonna.
whatever wide receivers are playing for Atlanta are going to be good.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, Atlanta,
I don't know who.
The-
It's
the-
Calvin Ridley and somebody else.
Packers, it's Devontae because you have to.
That's
It's no
it,
one
yeah.
else.
So 3
It's
guys.
Too scary.
3 guys.
Yep.
So let me ask you this: Is
Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings?
Reginald. He was thinking of another
he's
Yeah.
Green
yeah.
Bay Packers wideout.
Oh, I was gonna say, still not tight end.
And Freeman, Anthony Freeman.
I'm talking about tight ends, man. Come on.
Farther back.
Um,
Andre Dyson.
as far as well, I can keep going. Westbrook.
Which Westbrook?
Oh fuck, I don't even remember his
Brian,
name.
probably.
No, not Brian.
Obviously, it's not.
It was around the same time as Freeman, though.
We need to move
It,
on.
it doesn't matter. Is Calvin Ridley like definitely a top 5 receiver in the league right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
Yes.
I'm just happy he's doing what he should be doing.
I agree.
Or what we expected anyway.
I mean, I feel like as advertised, everything we thought he was going to be, I expected it last year, but is he the best receiver on their team?
It's,
a good question, right?
Matt Jones,
I really
Jags
don't think
Flash.
so. I still don't think
was
so.
thinking of tight end.
Huh?
You were thinking tight end. Matt Jones was the quarterback
Well,
converted,
no.
played wide receiver.
Reggie said Jags had that other flash in the pan. I was just wanted to.
I don't
tell
think Matt
Reggie, I
Jones
think
is
it's Matt Jones.
I think it
Then
was
he got
just
arrested for coke.
He's flash in
Yeah.
the pan.
Yeah, I
He
think-
was kind of really good for a couple games. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Probably
my
all that coke.
speedster. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Maybe it's the Jags that lead you to do that stuff, like Blackman and stuff.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they just lead you to.
Yeah, you get drafted by Jacksonville, and you're like,
They
well,
just lead
there's
you
always
to-
hard drugs.
Yeah. Flashed in the pan, tight end at the Broncos.
So
Remember that
you,
one?
you don't have any like hot players
Jake Butt.
to add to
I was
Atlanta
thinking
and Green Bay.
Jeff Hewerman.
no. I
It's cut and dry pretty much for all these people,
yeah.
right?
I mean, you play both quarterbacks. I mean, obviously, you're probably going to have to play if you got either one of the running backs. You
Do
got
you,
to play
feel,
both
do you
of
feel
them.
good about Gurley?
Next game.
Yeah, I don't mind Gurley in this game.
That's the last.
I
game, by the way.
just think
I
it's
don't like him.
I think it's a ton of the ball is going to be passed so much that there's going to be production all the way around,
That's fine.
and then, of course-
Brian Hill's a fun DraftKings play.
and free. Like if there was a free player, it'd be Brian Hill. Like that's how cheap he is.
He's good when he gets it.
So, you guys want? I know we've been going long, but
Fuck it.
based on like matchups and whatnot, I threw together a few DraftKings lineups. So I'd kind of like to share.
Go for it, boss. What you got?
Because I'm sure all of our listeners give a shit. No, I'm sitting here basically going through more of a matchup and who can be successful. So one I was able to put together. I love the Miami wide receivers this week. So went with Preston Williams at one of my spots, but went Josh Allen, Alvin Kamara, Devin Singletary, Jarvis Landry. You know how Dallas likes to give up. They're 31st in the league.
Julius Thomas.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking. Preston Williams, T. Higgins against Jacksonville. Hawkinson, I think Hawkinson, other than Kelsey Kittle, could be that number 3 guy this week. Kenyon Drake, fire him up, and then I spent every dollar I have because I went with the Rams against the Giants, the second most expensive defense, at only $3,900. Another one, I went with Fitzmagic as my quarterback,
How much was he?
$5,400. Okay, and I could still spend up. I mean, I could get all the way to Patrick Mahomes, but I went Fitzmagic, and there's reason. It's stacks. So I went Fitzmagic, Kenyon Drake, Singletary, Devontae Parker, and what I was thinking about, I haven't decided to go with Beckham or Landry. I think I'll go with Beckham. But Preston Williams again, T.J. Hawkinson, James Robinson going against Cincinnati, who's got a Porsche defense, and then the Ravens. You know, if Dwayne Haskins throws some pick six, the Ravens defense is going to score.
Which, if you can place a Vegas bet on a pick six from Haskins, go ahead and do it.
It's probably going to pay off.
Good call.
So just threw those together. Another interesting quarterback I have, and just think about. We were talking about running backs being successful against teams, so Josh Allen's definitely interesting, but Kyler Murray is too, based on just the leg factor. If they can't stop the running backs, how the hell are they going to stop these mobile quarterbacks?
Yeah, I agree. Hey, special treat for the viewers. Thanks to that boom arm, we can't see arms.
Oh,
You're welcome this week, guys. You're welcome this week.
Sorry. Fuck that boom arm.
I mean, it's not good for the reactions because literally millions of women are
I know.
really upset.
I can't
if they
believe
didn't
I'm-
get to see you.
I can't
But
believe I'm so sexy.
They just cap hook, son.
I know.
The head's
Yeah,
got
like it.
the head has got much bigger.
Yeah,
You had to upgrade my headphone size.
he can literally rest a monocle on his forehead now instead of just sunglasses.
I hate you guys. Anyhow, anything else you guys like to add?
Nah, had a lot of fun.
I'm excited. A lot of good games this week.
Was there any that we missed?
I can't
did
believe
we,
I'm
did we
s-
did we do a speed round or did we miss?
I can't
Did we
believe
get
I'm
through
so
them?
excited
We got
about.
them all.
Ah, look at that.
can't
Look at
believe-
us go.
I can't believe I'm so excited about playing fucking Dolphins receivers.
Well, I mean, Fitzmagic, baby.
Like I really am. I think that they're both.
Well,
and I
Seahawks
really think
DBs
they're
are
gonna be-
decimated.
I think they're going to be fairly low owned because it's still the Dolphins and it's still the Seahawks. You know what I mean? But the Seahawks have been getting just crushed in the air. They're winning, but they're getting crushed in the air. So
Yeah, and Carson looks like he might.
He's
have
a game.
chance.
He's a game time decision.
Crazy. So I mean, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't bode well for Miami if Carson was in there. But they lose by 20 instead of 9.
They cover
They've
5.5.
got Hyde.
Yeah.
He's pretty much a Carson fill-in.
Yeah.
He did look good running the ball
did
last
all right.
week.
Yeah.
He didn't look bad.
Hyde's like the best second tier running back you could have, like
Yeah.
best backup. He's never going to challenge for the spot, but he's going to be reliable enough when he gets in there.
Agree. All right, you guys want to do a couple reaction videos on our Back Row Reacts channel because we've got some hardcore requests.
Okay,
I'm excited.
So
let's roll.
yeah, if you enjoyed the Back Row Fantasy Show, YouTube Back Row Reacts. We listen to music, typically out of our wheelhouse a little bit, and what started out as tons of hate coming our way, now we are the most beloved trio in America. So check us out there. We'll see you guys next time on the Back Row Fantasy Show.
Thanks, guys.
Later.
Yep.
This concludes another episode of the Back Row Fantasy Show. Thanks for listening, and be sure to give us a review.